It's the CalebDMTG Show.
Alright, let's go in stipless. Ooh. Hello, pack one, pick one, recall. Maybe we could wheel that Snapcaster, huh? Yeah, I like how I streamed for like 10 hours yesterday and got 0 trophies, and right now I've been streaming for like not even 2.5 hours yet. And we're 2 trophies in. Vintage Cube be like that though. God, this pack is nutty. For the recall start, I think Scarab God is the most powerful of these options, right? Scarab God is the most likely to just win the game on its own. Teferi is definitely the most frustrating to play against. Teferi is also really good versus, like, suspend cards. And then Urza's obviously sweet. Urza also doesn't have you dip into another color as its main draw here, I feel. Just thinking here for a sec. If we take in Urza, we'd be grabbing the Simic Signet. And if we take in Scarab God, we'd also be grabbing Force of Negation. I'm not sure what I'm hoping to wheel here. Maybe nothing. Maybe Shambling Vent in case we end up Esper. I could see going Esper. Not from this pack. From this pack, we're either taking Thieving Skydiver or the Council's Judgment. Both are really good cards. They're both like slightly worse than Liliana, but not enough to be worth grabbing a double black card here. I'm gonna take the Skydiver. I like hedging towards blue cards when we have Force Negation. Just make that card a little bit more consistent. Plus, stealing Moxes is sweet. Nice, Irish Prophet. I'm jelly. I think I want Time Warp here. Time Warp, sweet. Ballista fits in every deck, so Ballista would also be fine. The Signet would be fine. Venser and Caracas. I mean, those cards would fit extremely well in this shell, huh? Almost like Wasteland better than Lapse. The ability to answer random, like, creature lands could be good. I'm drafting Sultai? No, we have a Teferi. It's not Sultai. God damn it. We haven't drafted Sultai at all today. It's only our second draft, but you know. I guess I'll grab this. It's kind of cool with Teferi, right? Kind of like the Parallax Wave, too. Parallax Wave, bouncing with Teferi. Replay, do it again. I know a lot of people like Mana Tithe. It is the best card for this shell. I'm not a big fan of it. Well, I don't want this to turn into a Worn Power Stone deck. I don't want to have, like, some ginormous curve. That's what I got going on so far. I wonder how crazy Student Warfare would be. I'm taking Gilded Goose just in case we see Oko. This is a Nature's Claim. I meant to grab the Regrowth. Fuck. There's a Regrowth in that pack, right? I just like clicked the wrong green card. It's not like Nature's Claim's unplayable. I'm just taking Vista. Vista, Probe. Actually, I should take Probe, right? I'm playing the Stormcaller. It's just another card that works with it that's not Ancestral Recall. I should probably make sure that that card's good. Garrick's good. Planeswalkers play well with Time Warp effects, and we do have one of those. There was no regrowth. Okay, I don't. Maybe my eyes were playing tricks on me. I actually still don't like Mana Dorks very much in this deck. I think Oust could be good. Yeah, I like hedging towards blue cards with the Force Negation here. This would be a really good Force of Will Shell too. Maybe we can get some 2-mana counters.
Oh shit, what up?
Oh shit, what up? Hating on the fold, thanks to 15 months. Feel sad about missing out on Uro now that we're here. It seems like more of a Wall of Omens deck than a Thraven Inspector deck. Or does it seem like a Sakura Tribe Elder deck? I like them all. Mystical Tutor's kind of sweet. It's not like... So, like, people get Recall a lot, and I'm sure I'll be getting Recall a lot, but it's not quite as good as it seems, because you spend a card on the Mystical Tutor, right? So it's kind of like the Recall's a draw too. It's like a build your own divination. But you do get to split the cost up over 2 turns, like 1 blue now, 1 blue later. Making it so the Mystical Tutor can get an efficient draw spell to hit your lane drops is really, really nice, because that's one thing Mystical Tutor usually does not do. And there's other good hits in this deck, right? There's the Time Warp, the Time Spiral, Force Negation, Oust. I could see getting any of those with Mystical Tutor. The situation was correct. That's true. I could have Stormcaller, so then you Mystical tutor for recall, play Stormcaller, play recall, and now it's you're drawing 5 cards. So let's have a 2 for 3. It's a 3 for 5. I don't know. Are we gonna play Geist? I'm not sure. Geist might end up being a sideboard card. Geist is really good at applying tempo to like combo decks or control decks. It might not be our main game plan for sure.
Still moves. I'm counting sheep to try to fall asleep. Wondering why I'm the only one.
Finding out that you value Hydrate Krasis too much in Vintage Q? Maybe. Maybe. I mean, Krasis is a great mana sink. It wasn't... We're not like a ramp deck, right? So we didn't value it very highly. And it's just that in this draft, nobody's really drafting blue-green. You remember how late we saw Uro? So I wouldn't say that you're necessarily overvaluing Krasis. Every draft has its own peculiarities. This pack's pulling me in a whole lot of different directions. I like Venser, I like Coalition Relic, I like Solemn, I like Ugin. Should probably just take Jace, because it's so good with Recall. We have a pretty good Jace deck. None of the cards I like are going to wheel either. Which makes me sad. Yeah, Dr. Fro. That's not even a... That's not even like a threat. You're just saying. You're not saying like my dad could beat up your dad. Just will. That's just happening. You've set a date already. So I like Mana Leak in here a lot, because right now we don't have enough counters. We just have the one, and that would help out a lot. I think I have to take Swords over it, though, because Swords is so good with Seagate Stormcaller. This is the best. This is a really good Mentor deck. I want that Delta to go get Breeding Pool, but I should probably just take the damn Mentor. Interesting. So Brainstorm's another one that works well with the Stormcaller, the Jace, and the Monastery Mentor. Even though we don't have a lot of shuffle effects, you almost don't need that many shuffle effects. Sylvan Library works with Mentor. It doesn't have like the flashback potential, but it is a much more powerful card. I think I want one of those too. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for power here. I don't think we're playing this Wasteland Hum. Maybe the Venser Wheels. I don't think it's going to, because I think it was the only blue card in that pack. But it would be amazing. I kind of want the Manamorphose for the same reason, just to like trigger Monastery Mentor. But I'm going to take the Vendilion Click. We are not seeing good wheels here. Not this season, Kenixai. I have accomplished that particular feat, though. Getting the Caracas makes the Geist a lot better, because you can just attack into stuff. Kind of like Mana Tithe is, or I kind of like Maze of Ith as a sideboard card versus equipment decks. Kind of like cutting the double green cards. Secure Tribe Elder is a shuffle effect for Sylvan Library. Maybe it's better than Goose. I do like that Goose lets us turn 2 one of our 3s, though. Two of our green sources come into play as tapped, so you're not playing turn 1 Goose that often. I wonder if Secure Tribe Elder is better than just like a Wall of Blossoms in this deck. I want at least 9 blue sources. And this would be 6 white. And 6 green. Yeah, the count is right. I would rather play one fewer land. But I think 6 green and 6 white is correct, and I think 9 blue is like a rock bottom, because blue fixes for the other colors. I don't think Krasis is very good here at all, Giorgio Monte. If you run into a situation where Krasis is better than Garrick, I think you're already at double green. I don't know. Maybe that doesn't matter. We maybe play Goose over Wild Speaker. Or we could just cut it entirely, run 17 lands. We have 2 creature lands in there. It's probably fine. It's probably fine. This deck, I think, could have used a little bit more counter magic. Right now I'm worried about losing to, like, spell-based combo. But we have Force Negation and Vendilion Click as disruption, and then, like, Geist can be a fast clock. And we have some, like, Disenchantments and some creature removal. We have some disruption. It's just not as, it's not as universal. We don't have, like, O-ring type things. And then we don't have, as many counters as I would have liked, like I said. If this deck had a Force of Will in it, I think it would be like a A. As is, it's like a A- or a B+. Still not bad. We're still, I think, likely to 2-1, and we could trophy for sure. Would Garrick just be for Beast Creation? If we were playing Garrick Wildspeaker, it'd be because Planeswalkers are good with Time Warp. It'd be because it'd be another threat that also triggers Mentor. In a deck that's like a little light on threats, because we only have 10 creatures here. And it would give me more mana for the conjecture nonsense. There's a lot of air here, right? Like Jataxian Probe is air, Oust is air, Mana Tithe is air. Garrick is not air. That's why I wanted it. Anyway, I'm gonna take a quick break here while I go get some water. Oh man, is this deck good? Would I say it was a B+, an A-? Yeah, if your scale goes up to S, I think that's accurate. If your scale stops at A, then I think this is a solid B. How highly would I take Lurrus in this cube? Not very highly. It would be good, but it would only fit some decks, right? Like, I also don't take Monastery Mentor very highly, even though Monastery Mentor is, like, extremely good in some decks. It's still, like, narrow, right? You're locking yourself into gunning for a specific archetype. Lurrus would be kind of like that, where, like, if I had the start to it and I saw it, I'd be like, oh, sweet, give me that. Hey, cooldown max, thanks to 42 months. Cooldown says it's the answer to life and all that other dorky shit. Caleb! Yeah. Good old 42. Cheers, everyone. Oh no, Jackalmon. Jackalmon says that their scale stops when they stand on it. Yeah, mine says one at a time, please. It makes me sad that I spent so much money on a novelty scale just to insult myself. Do I need 17 lands in this deck? No, but I do need 9 blue sources, 6 white sources, and 6 green sources. And playing 17 lands is the way to do that. It helps that we have 3 spell lands in the mana base, right? Caracasing back Vendilion Click or Geist every turn takes a lot of mana. Activating Wildwood and Lumbering Falls takes a lot of mana. So it's not quite as bad as it looks. And we can loot away extra lands, right, with Luterial Core and Jace. Should be fine. You like the curve of Geist into a Time Warp? Yeah, that's always good. Or Mentor into Time Walk. Or Time Warp. You know what? Oh, man. Yeah, if we had Time Walk instead of Time Warp, and like a Cryptic Command, that would have been real juicy. You think this deck's gonna win a lot? I agree. I think we are gonna do some winning. I don't know if we're gonna trophy, but I think we're gonna do some winning. We could certainly trophy. Venser? Yeah, we saw Venser. We didn't have Caracas at the time. We took Jace Vryn's Prodigy over Venser. Because we didn't have Caracas at the time, and we did have Ancestral Recall at the time. Are we gonna get tired of winning? Well, I never get tired of winning. Could have had Predator plus Uro. I mean, Predator's not a big appeal to me. Like, I think Nature's Claim is better in this deck than Predator would be. Because it combines with Skydiver and Jace. Or just the regular old Disenchant. Uro would have been good, though. We took a real card over Uro. I can't remember what it was, but we did see it pretty late. We used the Oust to the Mana Tithe. Where are the opponents? I don't know. I've heard that matchmaking is just taking a long time, for whatever reason. So I'm trying not to sweat it too much. You love Trigoning, folks? Nice. I also enjoy Trigoning, folks. My first Grand Prix top 8, I was playing Quad Trigon. Most of that was because I was playing a creature deck. I was playing a Vengevine creature deck that needed like a critical mass of creatures for Vengevine and survival and stuff. And then I also needed a critical mass of blue cards for Force of Will. And let me tell you, as someone that registered Aquamoeba in Legacy, unironically, at the time, there were not very many playable blue creatures. But Trigon Predator fit the bill. So I played 4. Right now I'm deciding whether or not I want to pay for Probe or not. I guess we do. Could impact whether we like hold up Tithe next turn. Gotta tap this differently, I guess. Thraben Portal Knight. Aquamoeba could serve for 3. It could. In Legacy? You see that one played in Legacy much these days? Or ever? Yeah, Dropsy Jones. It obviously was. Get the vines in the graveyard. Does serve for 3. Well, that's not why. That's not why it was better. It being a blue discard outlet, plus being a blue card for Force of Will, and being a creature for Vengevine and Survival. The reasons why. The deck didn't need non-creature cantrips, right? It needed creatures to trigger Vengevine. can't just like throw Vengevine into like a tempo deck with a whole bunch of Ponders and Brainstorms and hope to ever trigger it. Much less have enough creatures to have survival be worth playing. A lot of people had a real rough time trying to figure that out. Trying to understand that. But you always play 4 Brainstorm. Well, not always. Merfolk, for example, doesn't play 4 Brainstorm for a similar reason. It's another deck that cares about having a critical mass of creatures. There were a few other people that brought survival Vengevine decks to that tournament that didn't realize that. They were playing like a bunch of typically good legacy cards instead of Aquamoebas, right? Brainstorms and Swords of Plowshares and stuff. And they just ended up with like a much worse deck. Because now their survival has like a Vengevine or 2 Vengevines that it can go get. They hadn't reached the point in the testing where they realized that if you start your Vengevine chain with either a Basking Root Wall or a Vengevine, that's an entire another 4/3 that would be in play. So you really wanted to play 4 of each of those cards. The end result being that you're going a very specific direction. I think playing Geist here is fine. Maybe not amazing. If we do Looter, we're doing Looter plus Oust. And you're just ousting the Knight. I like getting the Wildwood down, though. Who has the advantage in this game? I think they're a little ahead. Just because we're at 12 and because the Knight beats for so much. But they're not very ahead. The Oust not being like a permanent answer to the Knight is kind of a real consideration. I think I'm gonna play the Geist this turn. It'll prevent them from pecking at me with their 1Xs at least. With them having the Mana Crypt out, it's possible that Vendilion Clique should just be serving, huh? Oust when they sack a land. Oust is a sorcery. You can maybe pull that trick off with a Teferi in play. You're not stupid, worst player here. You were thinking about like kind of a non-intuitive play. Submerging in response to a shuffle effect. One mana Wormcoil. One land anyway, hum. Yeah, there's definitely some stupid questions out there, Wolf. That's definitely the case. It's still good to ask them, though. A lot of them. the stupid out of the old brain. Attacking for 12. I should probably block something, Too bad Looter Liqueur has Shadow. And everything costs 1 billion mana. One damage off? Maybe. They do have Crypt in play. We can Mystical Tutor on upkeep, but we can also loot into it with Looter Liqueur. So I'm just gonna draw. Let's see.
Oh shit, what up?
Hey, Phil Belmont, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 26 months. Tutor for Swords on upkeep is lethal. Why would that be lethal? Takes 2 mana to Mystical Tutor and 2 mana to Swords. That does not leave you enough mana to activate Stirring Wildwood. I think we might Tutor for Swords anyway, because we can activate Stirring Wildwood on the block, and then Sword something to not die in case they hit their Crypt trigger. I think that's my best line here. You're fine, Jekyll. I was just letting you know why that wasn't a line. Nothing to apologize for. A lot of times my tone comes off as like harsh or condescending. And I don't necessarily mean it that way. I fall into a pattern. Alright, Mana Crypt, whose side are you on here? Yes! It was on my side! It was on my side the whole time! You think they're regretting attacking with that Wingmare? Yeah. Time Warp takes down another one. They both played around Mana Tithe before they saw it last game, and then they also saw it, right, when we looted it away. So it seems like a fine card to be cutting here. I Domino Karma, I don't really have thoughts on Unsubstantiate. I don't play a ton of EDH. There are forums and stuff to check in on that sort of card. What I would do if I was you is I would go to EDH Rec, which is a website, and look at similar decks to the kind that you're trying to build and see what other players thought. Other people that also like play a lot of EDH and care about that format. That's a really good resource, right? I hate this opener because the mana's not there, but it's probably actually fine, huh? So here we're getting Mystical Tutor for Recall, untap Recall, hope to find a green source to answer the Signet. Or we're gonna just untap and play this Luterial Core, which I kind of like better. Wow, no land.
Oh shit, what up?
Hey, Cryptic Command, thanks for the 33 months. I don't really want to click them here, because right now they're missing land drops. So I don't want to like see their best card, bottom it, and then like help them hit land drops.
Oh shit, what up?
Oh shit, what up? Yeah, Cryptic Command with the 33. Inferned de Great. Infernate de Great. Well, thanks for the sub, and thanks for the prime. Yeah, right? Hi, I'm Neo. That could have been much worse. Do I care about these cards? I definitely don't care about Mana Tithe. If we find them a land drop, they do get to play a 5-drop. Excuse me. I left them with Baneslayer Angel because we can, like, block fog Baneslayer. opposed to the ooze, which just kind of pops off. You think I take top? No way. I take top, they play ooze. Now what? Now what am I doing? Just losing, right? I understand the night shuffles. I get it. I understand what I know what all of these cards do. I promise you. I understand that top is good with night. I took the card that I couldn't beat. That I, like, actually just can't beat if they resolve it. I took that card. That's not a bad card to take with Vendilion Clique. Top's a pretty mana-intensive card, and they're also sitting there with 3 lands. Yeah, fry pot. I'm not even worried about this for fellows, I can just bounce it. Yeah, that's arrogant on my part. Yeah, I think I'm conjecturing. We just have like a lot of options, right? I think I actually like conjecture. Conjecture for Mystical Tutor. Cast Mystical Tutor. Getting Oust. Activate Jace. Draw Oust. Oust Knight of the Reliquary. And then we'll have a flip Jace to rebuy Recall on the turn that Conjecture gets there. Not correct. Glass House. They're not gonna have anything. The cool thing about this line is that it lets the Mirari Conjecture actually get a sorcery back. Hey, Cedric A. Phillips, thanks for the raid. Cedric Phillips, one of the greatest commentators, if not the greatest, right? In the Magic community. Maybe I played into this a bit. I think we just let them counter my oust. Anyway, anyone that's following me and enjoying my stream, I'm certain would enjoy Cedric's stream as well. You should absolutely give him a follow. Fantastic content creator. Oh, that's sweet, old Tanya. Do many white creatures come with haste? Very few. Extremely few, huh? I can think of like a Chroma. Or Boros creatures. There's a few green ones with haste. Questing Beast comes to mind. Wouldn't that be a nightmare? Hey, Dirty D and the Thunder Chief, 6 to 18 months, 6 to supporting the stream. Thanks for enjoying the cube. Hell yeah. Gotta win the game somehow, Jason Dark. Gotta win this game somehow. Octavi Drake? Yeah, I got to spoil Octavi Drake. Fucking deal. I feel vaguely rewarded for holding onto the Secure Tribe Elder this whole time. I say vaguely rewarded because, like, if we had cracked it earlier, we could have paid for a tithe, and then the knight would be ousted anyway. I got a couple hits in. And they still have a tithe in their hand. Not that I think that's going to be super relevant. Just going to do this now. Yeah, I think they see what's happening next turn, right? So he has tutored for Time Warp. So the Mirage Conjecture is going to pop off. We get to spend 5 mana, Warp, and then we can either cash in Jace and double the Warp, or we could just, like, cash it in for Recall, depending on if the Sylvan Library finds me a land here or not. Nice shit. Hey, Nasty, thanks for the $5. Nasty says, just one turn 1 with this hand. Can chat find the line? Love the streams. With this hand. You got a link? I didn't get one there. Hey, C-Max. Yeah, GG's. Thanks for the match. Sorry about the click lock. Sorry about you stumbling on mana a little bit there. I didn't think your deck looked bad. It was a lot more explosive in the first game when you had Mana Crypt and stuff.
Oh shit, what up?
Where you applied a lot of nice pressure. I'm Trombone, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 32 months. This is the perfect time to look at this hand. You said you won on turn 1 with this hand? Okay, so your opponent conceded Delish Narnham. Yeah, all you're doing is firing off your shit, responding to Yawgmoth's will by cracking the LED, huh? I think we're about to mull here, and that's the plan. The ideal here is that we draw a white source and go turn 2 Pride Mage, turn 3 Mentor, and then we draw a lot of fucking cards. Good old Moldenine, yeah. Well, fuck,
Oh shit, what up?
No third land in sight. If we had the third land lined up, I would have been really torn over whether to save the Nature's Claim to combine with Stormcaller or not. Hopefully we get to untap with this Mentor, We didn't get to untap with it. Whoa, they just let that happen, huh? Awesome. Yeah, they just really want to hold up the Glen. And I don't blame them. They're worried about me resolving something better. I am worried about that Teferi, so I'm going to play out the Pride Mage. Get in with the Monk token. And then pop a Signet here. Which doesn't feel great. I'd like to be going like Jace plus Sylvan Library. And just trying to fade. Opponent just realized that they should just be trying to kill me. Why isn't Glenelendra a legend? That's what I want to know. Fuck. As much as I like Conjecture, it seems like a rough one to try and resolve around this Glen. Upticking here is decent. I think I want to try and Flashback Recall, is what I want. Flashing back Nature's Claim is also interesting, but not quite good enough. Ambushing an O2? Well, it wouldn't be an O2, right? Why would they attack with an O2? That's the old opponent making different decisions. If you make a different line of play, right? Do I have a reason not to wait for the Teferi draw? Yeah, they might have drawn something naturally for their turn that they were going to play before they uptick Teferi. They're not necessarily going to pass priority, right? After they draw a card with Teferi, they might just like have a Titan. They're like, yep, Titan. Play this, or another Planeswalker or something. No, Tazy Lurtle. Overall, I prefer playing Magic on Moto. I think I can control the pace of my stream a lot better. Maybe it's just because I'm more used to it. But like, if I need to take a second to think, I can do that. I don't have to worry about the robe. the animations don't get in the way of my turn. This is closer to playing regular Magic than I'm used to. If I could serve with Lumbering Falls and play Looter, I think I would like that. We could play Looter and Mentor. It's kind of something there. You don't want to play Arena without the rope? Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't either. But I wouldn't want to play Moto with the rope. This is tricky. We are in a tricky spot. So if you just play Mentor and pass, the Dready gets to clear the Mentor and you don't really accomplish anything. But there's a Time Warp here. Obviously Time Warp's so much better if you have a Mentor in play, but we're not really there, right?
Back home, they don't know me. Back home, they want me to believe in things. I told them no. I told them no. Like you, imperfection, imperfection. I'll be who I wanna be. I'll be who I wanna be. I'll be who I wanna be. Have you got mixed feelings? I mean, have you got these little things? Follow me with
Just thinking.
how much you fantasize about this, about this. Don't you see I'm perfect?
think I'm gonna serve with Lumbering Falls here. Serve Lumbering Falls at the Teferi. And the Monk at Duretti. And just like run out the Luterial Core. Yeah, thanks, Faluda. Time Warp? I don't think Time Warp does enough. I guess we get the looter down. I guess this forces them to jump with the construct. The time warp is so much better if we have like one more land in play. Trigger for the Monk token this turn would have been pretty insane. One of the issues with running out Monastery Mentor here is that the opponent does have a Lotus Petal in their hand. So they can run out Lotus Petal and then cash it in with the Duretti to clear the Mentor. And maybe I'm okay with that. I'm just like not having to worry about the Duretti anymore. I guess that's okay. Kinda dislike it. Because playing the Mentor and then imaging the Mentor is such a clock, right? It's such a fierce clock. Interesting. Didn't care about the Mentor. Did care about looter. As you might be guessing, I think they maybe should let me keep the looter on. Although if they were trying to bait me to go down to 2 life, that has certainly happened. Next turn our Jace can down tick on the probe too. Or even Nature's Claim, huh? Nature's Claim the library. I think we just have lethal though. Interesting game. More so for our side than the opponent. Like, the opponent kind of like had what they had, and they flooded a bit to let us crawl back in there. Whereas we had like more of a tightrope going on. We had the tools, but we sequenced differently. We could still very easily lose that one, huh? A lot of decisions, yeah, a lot of decisions. I'm gonna bring in Vortenclicks. And that's it. How's it going? It's going alright. We finished up last night's blue-black artifact deck. And that deck trophied. And then we tried drafting Kenexai's Cruxa plus Corpse Dance Stip. And we didn't quite get it, but we did get a real nice Cruxa deck, and that deck trophied. And now, I think this is our third draft of the night. And we're doing pretty well here, too. We do only have 13 minutes for potential 2 games. I'll just try and play fast. Should be okay. Nah, my recall. Hey, Hyperfencer, thanks for the resub. Thanks for the 39 months. Basically chilling on Probe until we have a mentor, maybe. If you have enough walkers, the Mystical Tutoring for a removal spell could be okay too. Or a counter, rather, Force of Negation. I'm seeing what they're doing. How's Cruxa and Corpse Dance a combo? Cruxa, if you don't cast it from your graveyard, it'll go back to your graveyard. It makes it sack itself. And Corpse Dance has buyback. So every turn during their draw step, if they're Hellbent, you get their 1 card and lock them out of the game. Does that make sense? So it turns into 5 mana. Target player discards a card at instant speed. If it's a land, they lose 3 life. Right, and you're doing it every turn, so they just never get a draw step.
Oh shit, what up?
Oh shit, what up? That doesn't seem good. Completely locking the opponent out of a draw step doesn't seem good. Hey, Migo Blue, thanks for gifting a tier 1 sub to JMaz2020. Appreciate that. I want to bounce a Signet. How wrong is that? How wrong is bouncing Signet here? What are the odds that they can crew that Omen Keel? I guess I could have probed first. I guess even if you probe and don't see a way of crewing it, they could still draw one, right? Show me what you're working with. Interesting. Well, that's all quite good. So Lapse of Certainty doesn't do anything with the Teferi down, so that's kind of nice. And the Torrential Gearhulk's a lot worse, huh? I think what they're doing is just going Mox Diamond, discard a land, play Duretti, make a 1/1. Which is actually kind of awkward against the Teferi, right? Next turn Teferi can bounce the Mox Diamond. Oh man, our Teferi's gonna go up to 5 counters next turn. It's gonna be so good. Cosmo and Fastbond do seem great together. I haven't seen it happen, but it does seem like it would be awesome. Hey, Team J-Bro, thanks for the raid. Welcome, folks. Welcome, fellow lovers of Vintage Cube. Hope you had a good stream, J-Bro. Hope you had a dope one. Any of my viewers, if you are not following Team J-Bro on Twitch, and you love Vintage Cube as much as I do, you are fucking up. He's the Cube Master. And you should absolutely be following him. Yeah, we brought in the Vorinclex because they were playing several Planeswalkers. So it seemed like a way to pressure them. Only 6 green mana in the deck. Correct, Teferi just does lockout counter spells. That's why I wasn't worried about the Lapse. I have not heard explosions in the sky. What does it sound like? Does it sound like fireworks? Hell yeah, Team J-Bro. We're not really a counters deck. We boarded in Vorinclex because they've got a bunch of walkers. Castles in the Sky, the Miyazaki movie. I like that one. Miyazaki movies are either like underrated or rated appropriately, right? Oh no, they're getting my recall. That's unfortunate. I think Castles in the Sky is one of the underrated ones. Oh, cool, Gross Bill. Gives me some information. Can they cast it with Teferi out? I thought so. Let me cast it this turn. Yeah, they don't have to play it as part of the... So, like, 4 mana Chandra, I think Teferi shuts off. But I don't think it shuts off Daredevil. Maybe they're considering whether they should be Mystical Tutoring. Nah, yeah. Exiling the Recall is also super good, because I have several ways of rebuying it. Oh, you think they might have been thinking about Swords for Vorinclex? Yeah, I could see that too. It's a little frustrating how good this Dire Fleet is against our Geist. No, my Teferi! Well... If they have a lot of spot removal in their deck, I could see just drawing 3 for sure. It's a nice calculated risk. Right now they're thinking about whether they want to double block the Lumbering Falls or not. Or Chomp, or not block it at all. Attack with the Geist? No way. We just would have thrown it away for 4 damage, right? They'd be at 6, I wouldn't have a Geist. I think they have Teferi in hand. No bad Miyazaki movies. That's true. Yeah, there are no bad Miyazaki movies. There's certainly some bad Studio Ghibli movies, but not very many of them. And none of them are Miyazaki's. There's a few Miyazaki movies I haven't seen. I've seen most of them, though. Pompoko? I haven't seen Pompoko. Kinda seems like we're losing this game now, huh? Despite being ahead. Despite being so ahead for so long. It's a good main fire. Me and my Teferi down tick. Who's greedy. Didn't seem greedy. They were like stalled on lands for a while and it wasn't Mox Diamond. No, we know that they have a Gear Hulk in hand. So they want to Gear Hulk back, dig through time. They're at 10. The Angel token means that they can't not block foreign clicks, which I think makes this a good attack. I could be wrong, I could be missing something. But if they double block, right, if they put Dire Fleet and Gear Hulk in front of Vorin Clicks, then the Vorin Clicks is trading with the Torrential Gear Hulk, and then they go down to 1, which I think is fine. You think it's the only play? I mean, the other play is to do nothing, right, and just pass. If they were at 11 instead of 10, I'd be passing here. Nice workshops. Kind of looks like they found an answer to the Vorin Clicks, maybe. Oh, maybe not. They played my recall and their recall and 2 dig through times, and the game's this close?
Oh shit, what up?
Yeah, I guess it ties up a mana, huh? Hey, Bayrox, thanks to the sub, thanks to the 8 months there. Princess Mononoke is my favorite. So here they need to have a removal spell for the Angel, because they can't target the other 2. That's why I thought it was worth playing the Oust, because it just like ties up a mana, right? It makes it slightly less likely that they have a thing. Whew. Alright. To the finals we go. Am I gonna join you in the Cubbin? The Cubbin? The cubing? Grave of the Fireflies? Yeah, not a Miyazaki movie, but certainly a good movie. Complex deck? Yeah, I mean, this is what your mentor deck should look like, right? A bunch of, like, efficient spells and cantrips and stuff. It is kind of nuts that we won that game after they played my recall, their own recall, dig through time, flashback, dig through time. I did not watch WandaVision. WandaVision lost me in the first couple episodes. It sounds from hearing everybody else, it sounds like the payoff is worth it. It sounds like it's like a great show. We're on a to 5, and we're keeping 9 cards over here. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to just recall rather than save it for Stormcaller and try and find a white source for the swords. I've been better Zendikar, but the stream's going well.
Oh shit, what up?
I've been really enjoying the Vintage Cube. Hey, where are you at? Thanks for the sub, thanks for the 3 months. Well, good days to me. Instant regret. Can't believe we might lose this with us keeping recall on the draw and they put a mulling to 5 on the play. We might just lose. Hey, T1 Chalice, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 3 months. I mean, it's just I Dream of Genie, right, Tanya? But with Marvel characters. I think slog's the right term. The only card that could beat Caleb. Yeah, the one. Ah! That's alright, we have ways of rebuying it. A couple ways in here. It is a pretty tune, I agree. Add it to my piano playlist. Nice. Is it me on the art? What art? On the island? Spot him some life here. How'd I rank all the Merfolk looters over the years? Well, there's Jacevin's Prodigy is the best one. And then all of the rest of them are pretty trash. Don't let Prozac hear me say that. It's like Jacevin's Prodigy at like #1, and then there's like this big gulf. Does Dak Faden count as a looter? Dak's pretty up there. I was hoping to hold up Force Negation. I think I'm gonna click myself. Grab this Nature's Claim. I almost want to trade. Like, just double block. Potentially even better. Thinning out a land seems pretty good, though. We don't have a lot of lands left. I know the Stormcaller can attack them. Jesus fucking Christ. If we just traded, then this Metamorph would have, like, nothing. Maybe they didn't even see the trade. Fuck. Oh, they're copying Click anyway. They're targeting themselves. Isn't copying Thragtusk so good? It seems so good. I don't blame them for wanting to draw a card, though. They also relieved a lot of my pressure on them. Targeting the way they did. Or cloning the way they did, because now they get to trade. Historic? I like Historic. Small Looter's Copter. If you count Copter as a looter, I mean, they do say Looter Scooter. Then yeah, that one's fucking way up there, huh? I put it behind JVP, but it's still an S tier looter.
shit, what up?
Hey, Kingslayer, thanks for the 12 months. Appreciate the kind words. What's the worst looter? I don't know, it probably costs like a lot of mana. Like some limited fucking 6-drop. Worst looter's one with nothing? That's not a looter, come on. The Blue Shrine. Skyclave Mystical. Nice. Some good cards over there. I don't think I wouldn't call Brawl looter. I know some people would. I would not. So they just mystical tutored for Time Walk, but we secured Tribelded, which fogged their attack and ramped us. So they're just actually catching up to us with the Time Walk. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have brought in Vorn Clicks. Not because of the Kitchen Finks, but we saw them loot away a Devoted Druid last game. And that does provide infinite mana for the opponent if we run out Clicks when they have a Devoted Druid in play. We got to be on the positive end of that interaction before. Is Vorinclex awful on this cube? No, I mean, it's great against Planeswalkers. I brought it in because we saw Teferi in game 1. It's great against Planeswalkers and great with them. Well, hello. Is that better than Click plus Jace? I kind of like Click plus Jace. Fair enough. With Recall in the graveyard, running out Jace gets a little better. They can keep those. It is good to remember. It is good to remember the 5th of November. Wait. No, it's good just to remember that there's a Condemn in their hand. Oh, awkward. I was planning on, like, putting a counter on my Coalition Relic on my upkeep. Oh, that doesn't work because I don't have the Vorinclex in play anyway. I guess this is fine. They, like, don't have anything to recur. They're just, like, literally exiling a Relic. Isn't that totally fine? We can even, like, break the future modes with Vorinclex if we want to. Hey, Creator, thanks for the $10. I am at 8 here. Should wait until my turn. There's no real reason to do it now. The Jace wouldn't have flipped without the Sky ever dying. I want to flash back to Recall now, though, before the Elspeth gives it attacks. The other line was to just, like, do the block bounce thing with Caracas. Considered that. I'm not sure if I want to play Vorinclex here. It would be naked for a turn. I wonder if the kneeling click block bounce with Caracas is better. If we block Venser, then the ECD gets to bring it back. I guess they don't if the Vorinclex is in play. My concern right now is I slam Vorinclex, right? They top deck a good one. Or maybe they don't. But the ECD just stays there in stasis, and then if they eventually answer the Vorinclex, they might have something actually worth recurring in the graveyard. Right now, there's nothing in the graveyard, which makes me feel like I should just be, like, click-locking them rather than running Vorinclex out. So I'm gonna do that. Then next turn. Forget that. There is no next turn. Doesn't Vorin shut off the Saga? Right, but it also leaves the Saga in play. So I was trying to explain, like, you leave the Saga in play, it's not getting Saga counters, but if they ever eventually answer the Vorin clicks, right? Because they will need to kill the Vorin clicks to kill us eventually. Then the game has progressed to a spot where they have something worth recurring in their graveyard with the Saga. So not only does Vorin clicks not click them for the turn, but then you're also, by leaving the Saga in play, you're also giving them the chance of getting future value by taking the Vorin clicks off the table. I don't know, I think I was probably going to be playing the Vorin clicks the next turn anyway, before I upticked my Jace, because then just like, you know, having your own Jace uptick for extra counters is getting immediate value. So the risk of potentially giving the opponent future value isn't as big of a deal. Anyway. I think both lines are fine, but I thought my line was slightly better. Nice, that's 3 trophies in a row. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all.